How's it going, folks? Like the title of this video implies, this is going to be a short concluding video to the Thief video series that's just finished. So, there's something to prove challenge. It's all over. I have a fancy new gold trophy for my virtual trophy case that nobody really cares about. You know, gaming is my favourite hobby, and I believe half the fun of having an interest or pastime like this is putting the skills of that hobby to the test, which is why I enjoy doing challenge playthroughs like this, or playing punishing games like the Souls series or Monster Hunter. I look forward to those moments I emerge victorious. It's a fantastic feeling. But the moment you emerge victorious over an obstacle you imposed yourself, that feels even better. The thing is, something else happened that I didn't really originally plan to do. I ended up doing a very soft running review of Thief. I mean, I say soft because I didn't really go into any great depth with my analysis, but I feel showing off the game that extensively sort of did that for me. I mentioned around halfway through the series that I'd never played a Thief game before, even though stealth as a genre has always interested me the most. For all its boring drabness, Thief hasn't put me off the rest of the franchise. I mean, I definitely want to go back and see how the originals operated and compare to this one. But anyway, back to the point of this video. If this series has been just an extended look at Thief 2014, this video is going to wrap up my final thoughts on it, so here we go. Get ready for a very anticlimactic verdict. It's a game trapped in extreme mediocrity, and I promise that's not me doing some uncommittal flip-flopping. It isn't by any means a great game. I mean, it's playable, the sneaking mechanics work, but it does nothing to elevate itself above other games like Splinter Cell that have been doing the whole light-dark spiel for a while now. And you know, that's a real shame because I'm pretty sure it was Thief that arguably kicked off this fad to begin with. Nowadays, ironically, it's a third or maybe a fourth generation pretender to its past self. The game was developed by Square Enix and Eidos, and regardless of what you may think of those companies, I mean, we know that they put out AAA games, or at least games of, you know, high quality. With that being the case, why does Thief appear to be such a budget release? Why is it so rough around the edges? I mean, I think this is one of the reasons why I don't downright hate it. I picked it up on the cheap, so I didn't feel the sting, you know, in my wallet when I bought this. I will concede that buying this game day one at regular retail price would have been an absolute rip-off. I mean, to look at it, you'd be forgiven for thinking it was some budget title farted out by some, you know, comparatively tiny developer, not one of the big lads of the industry. Texture work is awful throughout the game, which is only made more noticeable with the first-person perspective. The animations of every character are canned and bog standard, particularly the characters you see in the mobs and the crowds when you're in free roam. I mean, they're all animated like normal pedestrians, so they're sort of stood around awkwardly. You know, it's really weird. The sound design as well, that was really sloppy. I mean, I've already shown you the guards that soliloquize while they are already soliloquizing, but you also have numerous times during cutscenes where the on-screen characters can't even be heard because they're being drowned out by the background noise. Or maybe they just didn't want to get too close to the microphone for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I get that the characters may be speaking in hushed tones, but you need the audience to be privy to the story too. You know, not that they'll be able to make any sense of the story anyway. I remember reading an article before Thief's release. It was about how some folks had got to play an early build of the game. By the sound of things, development was originally headed in a completely different direction. The overall consensus was that it was It was awful. Really, really bad. Like missing the forest for the trees bad. There was an experience system which would reward players with XP for every enemy they took down, and gameplay had this predator-like feel to it. You know, you were encouraged to kill the guards in your way rather than sneak around them. And the devs responded to this. You know, they said that they make changes. Unfortunately, I can't find this article anymore. I mean, I don't know if I dreamed it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I did read it, or else I wouldn't be saying this. But I can't find it anywhere, so I can't link it as a source or anything like that. So I might just be, talking out my arse here. But if that were the case, maybe that's why Thief is in the state it's in. You know, it's a hastily saved abomination. Not that that excuses it, mind you, but for all my gripes, the game held my interest for a few months. It was a game I could just throw on and play, and just have a bit of fun with. And with all that's been going on over the last couple of years with gaming, fun's become a bit of a dirty word, it seems. Maybe I tolerated this game simply because I wanted a stealth fix, you know, while I was waiting for the Phantom Pain to release. Who knows? My final rating for Thief 2014 is an apathetic shoulder shrug out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. Oh yeah, one more thing. If anyone disagrees with my verdict, then by all means, leave a comment and explain to me why my opinion is wrong. I mean, I'm not even being facetious. I genuinely want to know how other people rate this game. But more importantly, I'd be interested to see if any internet detectives out there can find that article I was talking about. I mean, it has to exist, right?